What's up, guys? Pyromaniac 720 here, and I have for you today round 3 from the Virginia Winter Regionals 2015. So as I mentioned before, my round 2 opponent, DS, died at the end of the match, so I wasn't able to show you round 2. I did lose. I had a Heat Wave miss on a Ferrothorn, which definitely hurt, and I also had the timer run out on me while picking my moves, and so my Tyranitar, I was going to Ice Punch a Landorus, but I just assumed I was going to die to Earthquake, but the Landorus is actually Assault Vest and not Scarf, so I would outsped and KO'd it, which is unfortunate. But that's the game. I should have paid attention to the timer, and Heat Wave misses happen. So we get into my round 2 match versus my opponent here, Pichu. So I lead, like I said, Ambipom and Tyranitar, while my opponent leads Lopunny and Swampert. So I'm assuming the Lopunny has Fake Out, and I just want to get it off the field immediately, especially because it's a fast fighting type. It's pretty powerful. I've used it and I really like it. So I mean, I know it's pretty good. So I just go for the Fake Out and Low Kick on it to start the match. My opponent was actually really surprised that my Fake Out went first, and I'm not really sure why, because Ambipom is base 115 and Lopunny before Mega Evolution is base 105. So pick up a nice easy KO here to start the match, and immediately my opponent's Mega is just off the field, which is great. My opponent's Swampert then goes for the Waterfall, which does a massive amount of damage to my Tyranitar. And at that point I was like, maybe this thing's banded, because I didn't think that Waterfall was going to do that much. So I just low kicked the Swampert to, well, for two reasons. One, I could have switched out Tyranitar, but I didn't want anything taking damage. And I figured, I mean, at this point, Tyranitar is kind of like dead weight with such little HP, and so I figured I could use it to kind of check Thundurus' speed. I mean, this will let me to know if the Tyranitar, or if the Thundurus is scarfed or not. And I think that's really valuable information. And yes, I could have checked it with Ambipom, but I didn't want to switch something in and then find out. I'd rather just like have 2 fresh Pokemon here. So I am down 3-2, but my opponent's Thundurus is in Sandstorm KO range, and also that Swampert really can't do much to my Suicune, and I also know now it's not banded, whereas it switched moves, so I'm not too concerned here. I do protect Blaziken on the Mega Evolution and Suicune just so that the Thundurus dies to Sandstorm damage. I actually thought my opponent would switch it out. I was really surprised. But this puts me into a 2-on-2 situation where I'll have pretty much 2 full health Pokemon. My opponent did go for the Wide Guard. He told me after he thought I was going to Icy Wind, but I really had no reason to even attack. And he also just revealed Wide Guard to me, which, I mean, it doesn't really matter with these two. I do have Rock Slide on my Blaziken, but it doesn't totally matter because he wouldn't. It's not something he would expect anyway. It's not like I was a Landorus or something. So, like I said, I now have a 2v2, and of course, whatever my opponent brings in here is going to be huge. And my opponent does bring in Heatran, which I was very happy to see, of course, because Suicune destroys Heatran. I do double into the Swampert here because A, I expected the Protect, and B, I don't really care if I lose. Even if he didn't Protect, I don't care if I lose Blaziken here, because as long as I KO the Swampert, Suicune wins the match 1v1. But he does Protect, which is fine also, because now I can just low kick him for the KO. And like I said, even if Blaziken doesn't pick up the KO, Suicune, especially at full health, absolutely annihilates Heatran. So at this point in the tournament, I do end up winning. I'm going to pick up the Oko with low kick here. I'm currently 2-1 in the tournament, feeling pretty good about my team. I've played really well 2 of my rounds. The other round, I played well. I just had a bit of unfortunate luck, which happens. So I wasn't too concerned about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and stay tuned for round 4.